Night Attack is brought to you by all of our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/Night Attack. Subscribe today to get the pre-show and the after show early. Also, thank you to our friends at Doghouse Systems for powering this show. We're using their great computers, and you could also be using their great computers too. Get yourself a free SSD when you get a Doghouse computer at doghousesystems.com/rogue and use promo code ROGUE at checkout. That's ROGUE. You get that free SSD. Our friend ICU put together this previously on video for last week's episode of Night Attack 366.
Obama. Oprah. Oh, NASA's comma Jackie. O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, onion. Oh, say can you see
by the dawn's
early sky?
I am going to
It's
be
a Cybertruck.
No,
Oh.
I'm going to also own a Jeep.
No!
You never get to take it back. You always think of this when you drive your Jeep. You'll be driving your Jeep down the road and you'll be waving at people. And one of them will look like me wearing pigtails. It will be totally cool, you and me. Being Jeep bros from Iowa free. Free from all of the things that we worry about.
Freestyling, huh?
Oh my God!
Hello, you beautiful bastards, you demon hordes of the internet. It is Tuesday night, and of course that means it's got to be go time for Night Attack. I'm Brian Brushwood, live in Austin, Texas. Joined as always by my BFF and Noah K. It's JRY. Bryce, you did a little trickaroo. Normally you don't show us responding to the previously on.
This one was a little outsized. That was when I watched that earlier that ICU made. I was just blown away. It was so inspired.
There's a viral video of two guys listening to like that kind of auto-tune trap music, and this guy's like, oh, like I think I'm gonna work with this artist, and he's like, oh, let me listen to it, and he's like, oh, it's trash, but it's fire. Like, and it's like, that's exactly what that was. Like, there was nothing that was like of any worth of like what either of us were doing, but it fucking slapped. It was amazing. I don't give a fuck what happens to this program. I don't care what changes happen, what death and rebirth we are awaiting. ICU will always have a home as long as he wants to make shit on our fucking program. That is a promise.
There are a billion questions simmering in the minds of everybody watching right now, including what happened to your studio, when are you moving to Austin, how much longer are things going to be the way they are. But before we address any of those, we have an unusual situation where it's like, I get deeply uncomfortable when there's somebody that I am personally a fan of that we have on the show. And
Yes.
I sort of lean on you for the snark and for the, the side jabs and all that stuff. But I have been a tremendous fan of the work of Michael Swaim for years and years and years. And he's joining us right now live on the show. Thank you so much. There it is with the heart and everything.
There we go.
Oh boy, Oberto. I know you probably want to see my rash. There you go. Does that diffuse the tension and the nerves?
Yeah, look, he's mortal. He bleeds like the rest of us, Brian.
like you, Brian.
Yeah, that only makes him sexier. Michael, I think the first thing I ever saw of yours was the Next Generation rap video back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
How far
Her
back?
program always does the trick. I leave the holodeck with a hollow dick. Good line from that video.
That's a good line.
Would
It's
you
a good
mind
line.
if we revisited this just for a split second here?
In clip form or in me performing it for him?
No,
because it's been like 12 fucking years, dude.
in the form of me filling enough air for Bryce to locate it, pick it up, pull it up, put it on there, and then for us to see a little bit of it, because it was quite clever. Like, did you know at the time you were onto something at that, or what it would lead to?
No, the one where we did one called about glitter for your clitoris. We knew we were onto something with that because within months of making it, that became a real product. Like we did that pre-vajazzling, and then vajazzling immediately came in. This was truly a labor of love. Our sketch troupe, Those Aren't Muskets, is named after a Riker line.
Right.
When Q traps them on the planet.
Says those aren't muskets. And it's like I think that's one of those things where it's like it's a code where if you even get what they're saying, then you're already in the club. And that's
Absolutely.
That's what I felt at that time.
So that one comes straight from the heart for sure. And fun fact, one of the Fly Girls is a woman that I was in an incredibly toxic, abusive relationship with for 10 years. So I've never watched this video because I thought it would be scarring and triggering. And let's roll that clip. There she is.
Let's roll it right now,
There's
man.
that bitch. Oh, she took 10 years of my life and flushed them down the toilet. Good video, though. Good sketch.
On a continuing mission to spread them thighs. There's Geordie LaForge with his prying eyes, getting X-ray shots of your naughty side. Down below, he's growing twice the size because the ladies make his warp drive energized. And as for Q, he'll make you come so loud you ain't the whole continuum. But girl, you know when he's done getting with you, he's gonna bounce like Dr. Crusher in season 2.
I said into P-R-I-S-E. Let me tell you about my boy, his name's Wesley. Gonna be in Starfleet Academy, but tonight he's getting crunk with yours truly. So we bust on down to the forward 10. West knows the bouncer and we get right in. We're knocking back shots of Cardassian gin. When up comes a fine-ass Romulan. When it comes to booty shaking, girls got a gift, cause she raised that ass like a turbo lift. But yo, we did some face down in the mud because Wesley had his eyes on Ashley Judd.
Me, I wound up on the holodeck. She got a virtual booty that I'm ready to wreck. Program always does the trick. You know, I leave the holodeck with a hollow dick. Yeah, she sucks on my lips till the whole
Then I go cruising in a 6'4" Bentley.
Oh my God.
And yeah, that was actually the first complexly edited thing I worked on. That's what it brings back for me. Isn't editing sick and hilarious?
I mean, secondary to your horrifying wreckage of your relationship, I guess, considering that was the first thing that you immediately
setting
thought
that
of.
aside.
Yeah. Third place behind, when your friend asks you to be on a show and the first thing he does is want to show off this thing that brings up terrible memories.
I've done hundreds and hundreds of videos. She's in 2. So you have very good aim, my friend. Well played.
Brian, can
Trying to
you
cut me down to
find
size.
the
I
other?
see.
Now,
Man, where do you guys want to begin? Because I know that, you know what? Actually, let me ask Justin, where are you at in terms of, I noticed that your studio is, I believe the word is gone.
yeah, for anybody watching live on Twitch or on the VOD on YouTube, this is the same shot that you have always seen me at with my set and lights and monitor behind me and everything, but it's all gone. It is all either disassembled or on the way to Austin already. We are out of here. I guess my trek technically begins in a week. I will go down to LA. We are slowly devolving as now I'm still in Oakland with no studio on my laptop. Next week, we will be in the earliest, most primitive form of our show, which is me on the road on my laptop. And then God knows what. I will be on the road to Austin and we'll see what happens past there.
So, Michael, I got caught midway calling you doing something that I've never done before, which is call a guest and try to explain our show. And specifically what I was saying was like, hey, listen, normally we act like we don't really care who the guest is and we do a game and we do the thing or whatever, but we're kind of in a weird spot right now because Justin's about to move and we know the show's going to transform. We have no idea what it's going to become, but just if it gets weird, just be cool. Know that it's not you, it's us.
And I thought that was a cue that now that I was in on the joke, we would have some fun with that. We would play it up, let it get weird. And now that's all gone because you've tipped it to the audience. So
No.
That's
now,
right. I'm in on it.
Now it truly gets to get weird.
Yeah.
Because
now it
it's
gets
all
weird.
consensual.
Michael, wait, what you didn't understand is that what you took as Brian giving you some behind the stage like information is his actual fear that he is living like even now. Like we nobody knows what's going to happen. Brian is terrified. I am terrified. We have no idea what happens when we've been doing podcasts together, Brian, for how long?
12
how
years.
long?
12 years.
12 years.
As a matter of fact, we saw a certain rap video from the Next Generation that brought us together, and we've been doing comedy ever since.
There you go. Seminal in more ways
If we
than
could
one.
find that, God, how funny would that be if somebody found us originally commenting, doing a reacts video
Please don't.
in
Please
the
don't.
moment?
Please
to
don't,
the-
because I'm certain. Here's what I know.
Because you're
our
certain that you'd be
history-
like, damn, that girl's hot. Who would ever let that go?
All right, so here's the important thing. You're about to move out to Austin. How much longer are you going to be in Oakland? And also, how much money should we all invest in the Great Ascension? Because as we all know, we are about to shed our current form and become the Chrysalis, which is very expensive. But we're going to invest all of the Patreon money into the Chrysalis, and then we will
I knew you were bringing
emerge-
me on to ask for money. I knew you were bringing me on to ask
No,
for money.
look,
God damn it.
no,
so
no,
much
no,
money.
no,
it's
But
modest.
just your
Michael,
endorsement. We just
Michael.
need your endorsement. That's all we
Oh,
need.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, but also if the endorsement was in the monetary form, we've got a Venmo, we've got a PayPal. There's a lot of ways that you can show your support. But yeah, Brian, we are. I'm leaving on Tuesday. I drive to LA, and then from LA I drive to Austin. I'll be in our car, and I'll get there probably on the 2nd, and then we begin our kind of new life down there. But what we don't know is the future of the Brian and Justin enterprise, because as many people will know who have watched us for a long time, we were not always Night Attack. We initially were BB Live Show, and then we became NSFW Show, and we went to the Twit Network. And then when we left the Twit Network and weren't allowed to keep our RSS feeds, we became the Night Attack program.
Not bitter.
I mean, look, now it's become more of a regular thing that people do it. And back then it wasn't. Look, it was
You
just
guys
the way
were
things were
briefly
done.
The Wire, right? I had heard.
We were very
There was
briefly
like
The
a quick
Wire.
detour. Yeah.
We were very briefly The Wire for one half of season 2. So when all the white people
okay.
show up,
all my
that's
compliments
us.
are
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
All
when
the
all the
doc
white people
shit.
show up,
Okay,
it's mostly
never mind.
us. But then yeah, so now we don't know, because honestly, I don't think that when I get to Austin, it's going to be Night Attack anymore, because Night Attack is me and you on the internet. I don't know. Who knows what it'll be?
If I am hearing you correctly, it sounds dangerously close to what you're saying is, if you're leaving next Tuesday, this might be the last episode of Night Attack. As
No.
we've ever
There will be
noticed.
one more. There will be one more. We are one episode away from the last episode. What could be the last episode? Maybe definitely the last episode. It'll be probably the
Okay.
last episode.
But,
And you're doing one from the road, you said? Or are you going to do one from the van?
One more from whatever hotel we're in LA. But then again, that's something that was like, back in the day through NSFW Show, BB Live Show, and Night Attack, either me or Brian were constantly on the road, because Brian was a touring magician, and then I was working as a traveling professional and
game show host.
like I was a game show host, a traveling game show host, I guess. But we were always from hotels. So we will have one more to send it off, and that will kind of end this sort of 3 stanza epic. And at that point, it becomes the me and Brian are in the same space program, whatever the fuck that's called.
So Michael, you've gone through I don't know, the Chrysalis phase and come out with SmallBeans, which, by the way, it was so much fun. Today I listened to One-Upsmanship, and I was like, oh yeah, I was on that show. Weren't we supposed to talk about StarCraft? But instead we just ended up talking about Kurt Vonnegut and
That's right.
and
I do
whether or
remember
not
that.
art exists in a vacuum or not. What we need is your guidance at this point. Like
Yeah.
help us experience our own rebirth.
Well, you've already done NSFW, NA, and BB. What was it? BBL. So not
BB
BBL.
Live
BB
show,
Live
yeah,
show,
yeah, yeah.
You're
BBLS, yeah.
circling around. I feel like it's got to be something erotically charged, because, like, frankly, this is the end of a will they won't they arc that we've been watching, man. You know, for 12 years, you've been getting
Facts.
closer and closer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're finally going to be, I want to see opening shot pan from Justin to Brian. You meet in the middle, a spaghetti strand is involved, something like that. Some kind of payoff for the fans who've really been with you from the beginning. But I also have like a hetero life made Jay and Silent Bob type counterpart. And I would say that we've always thought all that matters is, speaking of The Wire, us,
Yeah.
bro. Like, us forever, us above everything. So, Abe, shout out to you. And I just say it's like whatever clothing you're going to drape it in, as long as you're making the product that the people like and want, you're going to be fine, guys. But
So wait, let me
look at it as an opportunity, because there is so much you can do in a shared space that you haven't done before. Like, that's where I want to see you play, right?
So that's the big question. I presume that your hetero life mate was the one that you were rapping with about the Enterprise in that video.
That's right.
Would that be
MC Prime
correct? Right?
Directive, because you can't break them. Yeah.
There we go. So like, that's honestly, and this is like some for real shit. It's kind of been insane working with somebody comedically for as long as we have, and it's over a fucking decade. And we've done it kind of with, like, underwater the entire time, because you're trying to do Skype comedy. It was so funny to watch everybody else on the planet try to start doing this during the pandemic. And I'm like, fucking amateurs. Like, look at them, like, walking over each other's jokes.
You really want to feel good about yourself, check out and support a great cause. SF Sketchfest did their virtual thing this year, and you can, like, pay $10 to watch it. A lot of it's great. The States Zoom only sketch was awesome, but man, a lot of really phenomenal, legendary sketch troops. There you go. I've been in Festpocalypse. I love Festpocalypse, but a lot of legendary sketch troops really struggled with, like, the pacing of a Zoom sketch, and how, like, the internet speed is different than a 3-cam SNL or what have you. So
Astonishing how much of a difference like 1/3 of a second makes, especially as everybody is trying to talk, and then they step on each other, which is part of the reason like, it was transformative when we finally bought, like, this Opal device that gives us full duplex, the ability to talk over each other.
yeah, your rhythm's going to change, but you're going to come out with something entirely new. And I think it's going to be great. I would just take the white void look, Justin, that you have, and move that to Austin.
I
Do
think
a throwback
so. Yeah.
to, like, the PC
Keep
Apple
it as
ads, yeah.
is.
I feel like I feel like a cam girl who hasn't committed. Like I'm just trying it out. We'll just see how the tokens fall, and then maybe I'll buy a plant or something afterward, based on my
What
set right now.
I haven't seen, which would, I think, be an incentive for me, would be like a cam girl with full green screen backdrop. Like, on bed, pleasuring herself, doing the regular routine, but you can swap it to blurry. You could put a Fortnite background up there if you want. More interactivity.
That would be great. What would be great if you were able to just like if that's
Meteor
all the
shower.
same, then there we go. Like you get like a couple buttons down below to be like, oh, now it's the Aurora Borealis.
Holy shit!
It's even more magic.
Hold on. So it's like there are people who get their media moment because they're talking about certain celestial events, like oh my god, for the first time ever, the moon and Mars are going to be, like, really close or whatever. It's like do that in the background, but also,
Multitask?
Yeah.
It's like, get off while you're hearing about the upcoming meteor shower, when you can watch it, what's a good spot to, like, view it at. Yeah, I think and if you're good, you could coincide, like, the culmination of both events, You know, you're like, that's about all the info I need, and I'm done. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Throw on the insane.
Yeah,
Clown
no, it's just
Posse
like you're
video
what
in the background.
in the background, it's like a Carl Sagan Cosmos episode, and then you just hear, "Thank you, horny Principal 11," like as she goes to town.
Which, by the way, becomes even more impressive now that we have a world where we can have Carl Sagan's voice say, "Thank you for your contribution, Giant Boner 75."
We live in the world of deepfakes, my friend. You could have Carl Sagan star in the video. You could do
Yeah,
all bets are
Exactly,
off
right?
now.
If you want to bake a cake, first you must plug my ass.
I'm about to come billions and billions.
Billions of sperm.
Literally
I'll tell you what.
billion. Galaxy of spermatozoa.
There's no better way for us to remind everybody that you can support this show at patreon.com/Night Attack.
I don't know why you would,
and-
man. The show's over. It's dead.
Look. This is, and this has nothing to do with the fact that we are in the spiritual, Mithraic realm of death and rebirth. Right? We are here in spring. As winter has ended, as spring begins, as we are coming up on Easter, just like all of the greatest rebirth tales, indeed, you are about to be part of it. We don't know what lies on the other end of this, but we know for sure that the people that commit right now, patreon.com/Night Attack, will be rewarded. Are you going to be like that asshole who met Jesus and is like, I don't know, he seemed kind of cool, but I had to go bowling? No, you want to be the dudes that were there hanging out with Jesus when he rolled that rock away from the tomb and made his triumphant return and then went to heaven. I was always confused about that
Dude,
part.
can I pay you right now to just keep going with this bit? Because
I'm
I
just
had
saying,
You
all right.
want to be in the temple yelling, drag him, Jesus, as he knocks the tables over. You don't want to be Paul doubting his shit. Come on. Patreon.com/Night Attack.
Number one, why did Jesus wait to do the most metal shit the last week he was alive? Like him just like this is the house of God, flipping the money changers tables, fucking like just raging out. Everything else is like loaves into fish. Oh, I met a whore. She's actually really cool. I've expanded my universe. And then all of a sudden he's just like, open up the pit. Fuck you. I'm Jesus. And he dies like 2 days later. I'm like, dude, I really like this new like Snyder Cut version of Jesus. And then he goes away.
I mean, the problem with the Snyder Cut Jesus is that it's like 12 more books in the New Testament, and we're all tired. Like the important thing, I'm a bigger fan of the metaphor of like we're at the end of the Tom Baker era, and we know that what's his name? The other guy.
The other guy.
The other guy, right?
The other guy's here. Yeah.
Right. Whatever. We're dying. We're about to be dead. Now's your only chance to get in. Please subscribe. PBS.com. It's where we bring incredible programming like old episodes of what's the
Snyder Cut.
Any show, name a show, any show. Grab
Yeah.
a show.
God,
Top
I
of your
swear to
head.
God,
it's fine.
God damn it.
The sentence
Masterpiece
would be
theater.
The more
complete
pressure
with
you
any
push
show.
on me, the harder it is. Blake's
Dollhouse.
Five, Blake
Oh,
Seven,
wait,
Blake
that's
Seven,
canceled.
Blake Seven, Blake Seven. We bring you shows like Blake Seven and Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Also, Doctor Who's about to die. Do you
Yeah.
care
Can I-
about Doctor Who? Head on over to patreon.com/Night Attack. That's where you can pledge to be there for whoever the new doctor is, even if it's Peter Davidson. Is that his name?
Peter Davidson. You nailed it. Yeah.
Good.
Pete Davidson from SNL.
Wait, okay. Peter really throws it off. That sounds like his dad or some shit. But you did ask if I had any advice as someone who's transitioned one brand to another.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
something does come to mind, which is that when we transitioned out of our day job at Cracked, where we used to rock the house, to SmallBeans, our own thing, where we now tip the house a little bit. We had a plan. We met and we talked about what do you think we'll do when you're here? And we thought about things to do, and then we categorized them by things that seemed cool to do, things that didn't seem cool to do, and we didn't do those. Do you guys have any plan whatsoever? What is going on? It's so close.
Okay, look.
You have no
look,
information,
yeah,
or have you discussed
okay, look.
this before?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I've read my share of Joseph Campbell, and I know one thing. You have to die before you get reborn.
Normally it's a
resisting the call.
metaphor.
No,
Yeah,
we're literally
we're-
going to die. This show is going to die. And the only way to be part of the rebirth is
He
to
doesn't
go
mean
to
literally.
patreon.com/night attack, right? Am I alone in this?
No, well, look.
Okay,
This is
sorry.
again-
Okay, look. Before there was Gallagher 2,
Yes.
there was
True.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
And we couldn't have known, we couldn't have known what kind of majesty was going to burst forth from
Nobody
that
would
proverbial
know how
watermelon
good Gallagher
until
2
mallet
is.
hit plastic. That's right.
Exactly. Because that's true.
Name idea for
no,
the
we
show,
haven't.
Gallagher 3.
No.
Michael,
really?
we haven't talked about any of this. Here's the problem. We're going from a thing where we don't talk to each other but for like once a week to a thing we're going to talk to each other like every day. So like we're kind of banking on the idea that a lot of this is going to germinate later. Like we're really kind of pinning a lot on this idea, but I do kind of have faith in it. I think the only thing that we know for sure is that this is it's not going to be the same. It's going to be it is going to be totally different.
You are metaphorically like moving in together.
We are.
Versus you've been
Also-
dating for 12 years and now it's time to escalate to the next level. You're going to
Although
learn
now-
annoying
now-
quirks about each other. You're going to know each other's smell.
I feel like I feel like you've sold me on the idea that if we're going to do the big like reuniting that we do have to get into a fight and wreck the show. Like we have to have a thing where like it's all done and the next thing you know, Brian's going out like, "Oh, I guess the pizza's here," but it's not the pizza. It's me. And I'm like hat in hand and it's like, "Let's make this work." Or maybe I got signs like that fucking British movie.
First episode, you guys get into a fight about the tiny changes. It slowly escalates over the course of the episode. Spoiler alert. You get in a huge fight, roll all around the studio, wreck the set, revealing the real set behind you.
The new
and
set.
we're like, that's the actual show.
All right.
If you want to go with
Oh,
the Phoenix
shit.
imagery, you burn it away.
I'm gonna say
Burn
say two things. First of all, this show is about to die. As you
Yes.
know it, this show is about to full on die. So if you want to get in on like GameStop stock,
Yes.
like whatever the worst investment
sure
you could
bet.
think of. Yes, exactly. Now is your moment because we like to randomly shout out some of the people who have recently joined us or have upped their pledge with a little segment we like to call.
Ladies
Nailed
and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour. It's an hour of it.
Justin,
Yeah.
I'm looking at like dozens of new patrons that have come in just in the last 48 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, because they know that
We're
no
about to
matter what
die.
happens,
This show
the
is
people that
dying.
are on this Patreon right now will
something
be
special.
rewarded
Yeah.
on a level that they will be fucking pissed off if they don't just get in right now
Yes.
before a major structural tears disappearing and new tears coming in change is made theoretically.
Right, correct. Here's my question. Normally, I just pick a name out of the blue
Yeah.
for us to shout out at this moment, but I can't. What should be my driving force? Love
Mm.
or hate?
Michael, I'm going to defer to you. What do you think? What is the vibe tonight in Emeryville?
There's one name that I love has finally joined us. There's another name that I hate was never on there.
Wait, Michael, I think is muted.
Oh,
There we go. You're back now.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what happened because I didn't change shit. But I would say always love. Always go with love first.
Love.
Because
With
hate
all
is a
this
dish
love.
best served after. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, let me just say thank you. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's up to, but I hope it makes her day that we randomly shout out the name of Bex Graves. Screw you, Mirabar.
Fuck you.
Totally unrelated.
Gross.
Was that the name you hated, Mirabar?
I'm unfamiliar with the name.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
okay,
never
okay.
heard of it before. That was just an improv, a fun improv that he
Yeah.
was doing.
I think you guys went mute for a second because I didn't hear anything. So
Good.
Oh, son of a bitch. You. Hey, we also like to do a fun thing here on twitch.tv/Night Attack. Again, twitch.tv/Night Attack, where we like to tell a totally true, certainly not bullshit improv 1-minute story that is looping in names that are subscribing and giving us bits.
Michael,
So I will begin.
I know that you had a story about Brycast. Isn't that right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Brycast and I were, of course, throwing old TiVos into the quarry,
Yes.
as we like to do for fun and profit.
But then
And,
ipoopmypants.com showed up.
Yeah.
Right. I poopmypants.com, which was weird, rappelled up the edge of the quarry. And I mean, head down, stepping backwards up out of the quarry. And then we realized that Brycast had sat on one of the TiVos
Yeah.
remotes and it was blooping.
But of course,
You know what I mean? But we didn't
Sutter
get any yet.
Kane,
Yeah, and then who
Leona
else came?
Moose, BioCow, those were all names
BioCow
that
was there.
also
Yep.
subscribed. Yeah.
Well, those were the dead people that we left at the bottom of
Oh
the quarry.
shit!
before
Aaron
we made our
burned
quick
my
escape.
butt. Wow. I mean, look, like this sounds like a story written on a JSC 315 word processor.
JSC 315 was actually the hard-boiled detective assigned to the case, and I wish I could tell the story because it's amazing, but we're out of time.
Ah,
And that's
doggone it.
the real Andrew Mays, which is a British saying my aunt used to dust off.
I just want to know which of my computers was left unattended that somebody was able to subscribe under my name.
Someone likely gifted you a sub.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All these rats swarming to a sinking ship is just very heartening to see.
It is.
I mean,
It
the
is.
show's dying. We're dying. We're
That's
dying.
right. It's the end of the line. It's like hopping onto a bus that's 5 feet away from a brick wall. And, more power to you, people.
I do like the idea of 6 rats on a very small cigarette boat, like Miami Vice, with little rat glasses, and they are just like zooming out to sea to get on another sinking boat. Like they're like, we gotta make our way
It's
out
like,
there.
if we don't get there in time, we'll not be able to die on the Titanic. Okay, great. Let's go.
Push it to the limit.
One rat's muttering to the other rat, look, do you want to be the guy that left Jesus to go bowling? Or do you want to be the guy at the fucking temple when he's going metal?
Hey, Bryce.
Patreon.com/Night Attack.
Hey,
That's
Bryce,
it.
do you have a game for us?
I do have a game for us. We had to dust us off a little bit, but it's one of our favorite regular segments on the show. It's
There we
time
go.
for News 6.
Oh, finally, the news. That's 6.
It's the news that's 6. Hello, everybody. So I have gone around the internet and pulled some news stories,
Real news.
some real news. And we've set some trivia kind of related to the news story. So you learn a little bit, you play a little bit of a game. Whoever gets the most points at the end will be the winner. So here are our topics for today's news.
Then
6.
eventually the show dies.
That's right. There will be a winner, and that winner will kill the show.
Okay.
You're 6 feet under.
Our 6 topics today include looking for teams, oopseed, matching clogs, don't rain on me, Dope Diggity, and Break It Through. So we are going to go in round. So the three of you will each get to pick 2 topics as we play this game. Brian, we'll start with you here. We've got 6 topics here. What is a topic that you would like to
Break
do?
It Through sounds closest to push it to the limit, so I'll go with that one.
All right, Break It Through here on News 6. The news at 6. This is via the Washington Post. A study shown at the Endocrine Society found that adults who ate breakfast before 8:30 a.m. Tended to have lower blood sugar levels and less insulin resistance compared to those who began eating later in the day, regardless of what span, how long they were eating throughout the day. Those 2 factors can determine or lead to diabetes. I have a question. Per Wikipedia's outline of meals, types of meals list, you guys are going to name types of meals served in round until there's 1 person left. So, Brian, we'll start with you. You're going to give me the name of a meal, and if you get an answer, and we'll keep going around through everybody. We'll go Brian, Justin, and Michael. If you can't come up with the correct answer, you're going to be eliminated, and the last person to stand will get the point. Brian.
I'm going to try a bold move right out the gates. I'm going to say brunch. Is it a meal?
Show me brunch. Correct. Brunch is correct. All right. Justin, can you name a type of meal?
All right, Jerry Lewis. Breakfast.
Show me breakfast. Of course, breakfast. Michael.
I'm going to bring some class into the room and go with supper.
Supper. Oh,
Shall we sup this evening?
Show me supper. Correct. Supper. Brian.
The midnight snack.
The midnight snack. All right. Show me midnight snack. Ooh. No midnight snack. All
Game's
right.
bogus. Show's over. Cancel the show next week. Cancel the show next week.
All right. It's Justin and Michael left. Justin, name me a type of meal.
Yeah. Lunch.
Lunch. Show me lunch. Of course. Michael.
I'm going to have to steal from Miravina in chat and say second breakfast because that's Lord of the Rings, if nothing else.
Show me second breakfast. Traditional to Bavaria. Second breakfast.
What the
No
fuck?
midnight
That's
snack?
real?
That's real.
Yeah.
That's not just some
Since
shit that they
Bavaria,
said to annoy Viggo
Poland,
Mortensen.
and Hungary.
Lutefisk. I'm just throwing that out there.
You're not in the game anymore.
I know. I'm a ghost. I'm a force ghost. It's like,
Cold
here's the answer.
burger patty.
Lutefisk.
Justin.
By the way, you're a force ghost interrupting my dinner.
Ah, interesting. Show me dinner. Correct. Dinner and supper. 2 different meals. Turns out. All right, Michael. Still got some more here on the list. Can you name one?
Michael, just gonna throw. I'm your force ghost. Just throwing this out here. Fuck you, Justin. Just say it. See how it feels.
See, this is the kind of
just-
shit
just-
that's gonna
just
fucking
feel
lead
how-
us
kill
to
the
burn the
show.
goddamn
Feel it
set
out.
The
down.
show's going to die because of this.
You're going to feel it more when you're in person. It'll really hurt your feelings instead of being a bit. That's what you have to look forward to. Oi, crikey. It's roundabout 2 and it's tea time. Bryce, it's tea time.
Ah, tea time. Show me tea time. Correct. Tea time's on the list here. All right,
I mean,
we're running out
hooray.
of things.
Hooray for you.
Justin.
I'm gonna go with an afternoon snack.
Afternoon delight.
No, that skyrockets in flight.
Oh,
Show me afternoon snack. Ooh.
Motherfucker.
Did not make it. That's a point for Michael.
there it is.
Congratulations.
There it is.
The other meals not named include Elevenses, which is real.
That
Also-
is a real thing. So just all those hobbits, they
Elevenses.
were just naming some for real shit that's on Wikipedia.
tea. Also, tea time also includes afternoon tea and high tea, as well as shu ye or late night overnight meals, usually found in Hong Kong,
Midnight
Taiwan, or
snack.
China.
Wait, hold on.
Shu
Wait, is
ye.
that,
It's fine.
I thought high tea was what Joe Rogan had.
Oh,
I was gonna say, wait a minute. Is
wow.
that the Chinese pronunciation of fourth meal?
they're
Fourth
thinking.
meal
They're thinking
should-
outside the meat
yeah.
bun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is a point for. Okay, don't shake your head at that one.
Outside the bun me.
That's better. All right. It's time.
That's fine. We'll plus it up. This will be a lot
We'll
quicker
edit
when
this.
we're
We'll
in
start
person.
editing the show next time.
Yeah.
Justin, we have 5 topics left, including looking for teams, oopseed, matching clogs, don't rain on me, and dope diggity.
Yeah, let's go with oopseed.
Oopseed. All right, here we go. Oopseed here on News 6. Of course, the news, that's 6. This is from Huffington Post. The University of Arizona, their scientists say underground natural caverns on the moon could be used as a biological repository for seeds, spores, sperm, and egg samples from Earth. They say that these reserves could be reached in 4 to 5 days from Earth and have noted that the moon has been undisturbed for the past 3 to 4 billion years. Question. It might sound pretty similar to what you might know, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, a biological repository in Spitsbergen, Norway. Per Crop Trust, how many biological samples are contained in the Svalbard Vault? We're going to go, everyone's going to give their answer in rounds. So to go Justin, Michael, Brian. How many biological samples are contained in the vault? Justin, we're starting with you.
How many samples, huh? So this is how many different cumsies?
For lack of a better word, yes.
Seeds is what they're called, but
In the moon vault or the Svalbard vault?
In the
in
moon vault, they
Svalbard.
would have.
You want to look my daughters in the eye
I
and
don't- you need to
explain that you call seeds cumsies.
Cumsies,
That's
yeah.
on you.
Cumsies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were college graduates.
I-
Fine, whatever. Seed vault.
Call Penny
Do not do
Brushwood.
that. Oh, no, don't do-
Oh my God! Jesus
wrong with-
Christ! Don't
I mean,
do that.
I sounded like you wanted to just.
No,
You
I
sounded like
don't.
you
Just
wanted
break
to-
it down for her.
Oh no, she's not available.
It's 9:00.
Thank
She's
goodness.
asleep.
I don't even think that's legal. I feel like I put myself in a
I
legally
agree.
actionable
It should
position.
be illegal for you to call them that
Gonna
word.
kill the show.
This is gonna
Honestly.
kill the
you know
fucking
what?
show.
The
This
show's
is gonna
over.
kill the
we got
show.
one more week, and then
I'm
the
gonna
show's
be in
over.
jail. I'm gonna be arrested en route to Austin.
Jail attack.
God, no.
I'll tell you what. You
We
complain
can't-
about the set fucking now. All right. I will say that there are 69,000 cumsies in that bank.
Why did you make it more sexual? Why did you do that? That was a thing you decided to do. It's fine.
Yeah, why did he do that? Not calling your daughter in the middle of the segment. Michael, how many samples are found in the vault in Norway?
Well, I'm going to take the only other comedically viable position and go with 420,000, right?
Good answer. Good answer.
420,000.
Good answer.
Ah,
All right, Brian.
the real answer
Please
is.
please say 6. And they told me it was a good size.
God damn it.
And that's a follow-up question. Do they have every weed strain that gets invented in the Svalbard seed vault?
Oh, shit.
1,325,265.
One more time. 1,000,000.
325,625.
125. All right. Very good. All right. There we go. So our answers one more time. Justin has said 69,000. Michael said 420,000. Very funny numbers. And Brian has said a very kind of
A very correct number.
a kind of pretty just real guess of 1.3 plus million seeds. The person who is closest is the person who said 1 million. There are 1,074,000 samples in the vault. Look at that. That's a Brian point.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty close too. Did you visiting croptrust.org? Is that on your daily bookmarks, Bri?
Look, don't mock me for my success. I mean, I don't blame you, but
You were eerily close and very
You
confident.
just
Do this
knew
as
a
monitor?
lot about it. Like we were trying to make
I
jokes.
might have listened to an episode of Freakonomics. Fine, you got me.
I'll just
I listen
point
to
out-
NPR.
Yeah, I'll just point out you did a bit that involved looking at your phone while you were coming up with your number, I don't want
Oh my God! Are you? You're gonna kill the
anything.
show if you cheat on the games, Brian.
I would not cheat on the game. Also, I deeply admire the fact that Michael would go for that low of a blow. This is really great.
I'm just here to win, baby.
I can't believe you would cheat on the game and not even get the right answer. All right.
Going for
I
low
will call
blows
my
is how you
daughters
get
right
to
now.
69,000
It's true.
cumsies.
I think the real question is, if the moon were an egg, how big would the sperm be that would fertilize that? egg?
Well,
That's
that
what I want to know.
Hold
not
on.
Bryce?
tangentially related.
Hold,
you.
hey, hold on.
Yes, Brian.
You might have blown my mind.
So wait, yeah. What do you think? The size of like Cleveland?
No.
Smaller?
What was,
I just see
what,
Elon Musk riding a rocket ship like a sperm into space.
what was that like Oumuamua or
Oumuamua.
whatever the
Oumuamua.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That was a sperm that impregnated the
Well,
moon.
there you go.
The moon.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's now my official stance, and I'll believe that till the day I die.
The scientists.
That's the kind of shit that Jesus was saying when he went metal as fuck after he kicked over those tables.
Unfortunately, he got
Did those
canceled the
bowling-ass
next week,
motherfuckers
and it
hear
was the
it?
last
I don't
episode
think
of his
so.
show.
Do you know the
think so.
deep cut, which is also super metal, where Jesus was hungry and a fig tree wouldn't give him figs?
Yeah.
So he fucking like cursed it down to just wither and die. I thought that was pretty cool too.
There's somebody who at like skeptic conventions walks around with a parody of the God hates F slur thing, but instead it says God hates figs, and when anybody looks at her weird, she turns it around and shows that exact
Jesus
passage.
cursed-
like,
yeah.
like, apparently God hates figs.
We did a whole sketch because there's a thing in the book of Deuteronomy that if your testicles are crushed before you die, you cannot enter the gates of heaven. So we did a sketch I really enjoy that's lost to the internet now, where a guy is like, he died saving 1 million orphans from a tsunami, but they're like, but your testicles were crushed in a horrible accident, so
Ugh.
hell for you.
Sucks to your
Bible has a
asthma,
bunch-
bro.
yeah, Bible has a bunch
See
of
you
weird shit in
down
it, it turns
south.
out.
No nut, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's St. Peter in a nutshell.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you can save your seed in the lunar repository. Apparently, the
Yeah,
proposed
go.
lunar repository would be about 30 stories tall and store about 6.7 million different species.
Cumsies.
I mean, if you're going to be doctorial
Scientific.
about it.
Yeah, all accurate about it. All right, Michael, we've got 4 more topics. I'd like you to pick one for me. Looking for teams, matching clogs, don't rain on me, and dope diggity.
Bryce, I like the way you work it. Dope diggity.
Dope diggity. All right.
I like to bag it up.
Dope diggity now here on News 6. This is, of course, the news at 6.
Just real quick, every so often, there's somebody that we have on the show, and it's like, I wonder why they haven't been on the show for 12 years. And
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Bryce,
that right now.
is this your first episode? Like, 'cause
No,
you
that's
really
right.
feel
Hi,
like
everybody.
you
I'm
fit.
Bryce
Yeah.
Castillo. I'm new
Yeah.
here.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just
You're on
throwing
fire,
it out there.
dude.
Okay.
You
So-
made the game and shit? You live in Austin? This shit is fucking lit.
So this
The
is from
news that six, non sequitur, funny
Yeah.
stuff.
Fucking anti-comedy to beat the band.
This is from Live Science. A strange ingredient is popping up in weight loss and sports supplements. A nasal stimulant from World War II. Fenpromethamine was briefly available in the 40s and 50s and was only approved for nasal use at the time, not oral as it's found in the supplement pills today. Plus, it's banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency. So if you are a real athlete, you don't want to be taking these supplements. This was one of a number of experimental cocktails that are just out there in supplements today. That's just the Wild West, apparently, so watch out. Question. The World Anti-Doping Agency started as an initiative of the IOC, the Olympic Committee, to fight the use of drugs in sport. In what year was the World Anti-Doping Agency created? We're going to go closest rules. Michael, we're going to start with you.
Before we go any further, I'm just going to ask the chat room to please pull up a picture of Auntie Donna's anti-doping agency character that Broden plays, just so Bryce can randomly flash it at some point
Please do.
during this question. But please go ahead.
Let's also make the official pronunciation "wada."
Wada.
Please, if I could throw a writer in, I'm gonna guess 1979. Bryce.
1979.
Yeah,
1979.
Yeah,
right.
All
cool
I
right.
believe
kids
the
never
year
had the
of,
time.
Star Wars initial release, perhaps.
Mm.
Ring a bell.
They saw Jacked Kirk and they were like, I don't think that guy should be doing pole vaults. Brian.
I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna say it was 1939.
1939. Okay.
And if you haven't heard the story, the way I heard it, is that the whole anti-doping thing started with the biathlon, which is where you cross-country ski and then you shoot a gun, and then you cross-country ski and then you shoot a gun. And I believe that the first violator that was got a finger wag was because he had a couple of beers before he went in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Beers as a
Yes.
drugging stimulant. All right. Interesting.
Almost.
As a
Yeah.
skiing
Wait. What's the opposite of stimulant?
A
Depressant.
Depressant.
Yeah.
I see. All right, Justin. What year do you think the WADA was created?
Thank you.
This is all going to be totally correct because I remember all of this perfectly, but I think it's going to be 1912. And it was when President McKinley was shot at the Buffalo World's Fair. And initially, this is something that a lot of people don't know, that they thought that the bullet would make him president better. And they were like, unfair. You shouldn't have a bullet in you. That's fucked up. And they all got together and they were like,
Once we learn
were
what
like, knock it
magnetism
off.
is, you're going to use it to cheat.
Just so that Michael and I understand, your theory is
Yeah.
that somebody was trying to unfairly dope to enhance the performance of
presidency.
President McKinley. And
Yeah.
What year?
1912.
Which is definitely a year that McKinley was president.
Well, again, look, all of this is correct. So shut up. So, so yeah, everybody got together, and instead of like looking at him from a medical perspective, they were like, unfair. Everybody's trying to be president. You're being too good of a president. You're lying there.
So
It looks
let's make
dope
you
as
even
shit.
better.
It makes you even better. And then eventually he died, and they were like, oh, fuck, we got that one wrong. What do you say we just judge races? And then somebody was like, you mean like black people? And he's like, no, like running, like running races. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, we could do that. And that was how it started, but it was 1912.
By the way, note to self.
That's how we learned bullets kill people. I think before
yeah,
that.
well, that was the
just-
first time that happened.
It was like
because
cigarettes. You know,
Exactly.
Just
you
didn't
knew
know.
someone had died, but you didn't know it was a big deal.
Before it was like, oh, 9 out of 10 dentists tell you that bullets are great. And then next thing you know, they're fucking, science, man. That's how it rolls.
Right, you shoot your baby with just a little bullet if they're
Small.
not sleeping, to help them sleep. Yeah.
You're trying to keep them quiet on a long flight in 1912, and like you
right.
shoot them with a very small bullet.
Straight in the
because they're always
gums.
crying about their
Yeah.
tiny baby teeth.
I mean, like the way they used to do in the old country.
And it's like, well, clearly they're upset because they have these tiny baby teeth. Let's get rid of one of them.
Exactly. Because meanwhile, your fucking
I think you might
mother-in-law,
have convinced the entire panel here. I'm not sure.
your mother-in-law's like, that's how we did it when I was a girl, and it's like, geez, shut up, Gertrude. Fucking fine, we'll shoot the baby.
See, we go in journeys here. All right. Well, let me
So
ask.
1912 is my
1912.
point. 1912.
Gotcha. Well, let's ask some of the officials here what they think about our answers.
There's Broden's anti-doping agency character on the Auntie Donna Big Ol' House of Fun show, currently airing on Netflix.
Michael said 1979. Brian has said 1939. Justin has said 1912. I believe 11 years after McKinley died. One of you.
God damn it, it was. It was 1901, right?
I think so. One of you is 20 years exactly off, and that person is Michael Swaim.
Ah, damn it.
1999 is when
You
the World
guys-
Anti-Doping Agency was created.
You thought we cared about drug use way too early. We didn't get
Yeah.
on that for a long time.
Yeah.
Again, it was like cough medicine had heroin in it till I think 2011 or some shit.
Dude, that actually is really awesome to think that like Jesse Owens was just like fucking ripping a fat rail and being like, I'm gonna show Hitler up. Ah!
Or whatever that news story was about. Like, here, this is from World War One. Snort it. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so the
Now
FDA,
pole vault.
the FDA has not officially warned
Hey,
people
they
about.
showed Jesse Owen running really fast, and suddenly it shows the Zeppelin burning into flames, like no, completely unrelated. Never mind. Hey.
Although I'll tell you what, now I really, and maybe this is an after show thing, but I do just want to see like really old Olympic footage set to push it to the limit. Like just like in a Scarface montage of just amazing athletic feats set to 80s cocaine music.
By the way, the FDA has not officially warned people about these specific stimulants, cocktails, or supplements, but they generally advise against weight loss supplements in general. And if you're freaking out about workout powders, those are usually amino acids, so you should be good. All right, we are halfway through this game. The score.
Is that just like an unsolicited, like we're just looking out for you guys?
Yeah, also,
It's a very special episode.
can you disclose
is.
whether or not you're being paid to say that?
This is an
Yeah.
informative segment of the show. It's supposed to be edutainment.
Super.
And I said
Yeah.
sports
Super,
supplements. I didn't want
which
people to
is-
freak
which
out
is
about their
why-
powders.
The most common thing that ever happens is halfway through a night attack, you advise
Give
athletes.
context to the second half of a new
And
six
also,
question.
please, guys,
Okay.
be very clear. I know we're making a lot of jokes here tonight, but if you do shoot your baby in the gums, make it a very small bullet, like a very, like so small. Like, please check with your doctor before you shoot your baby in the gums before a long flight.
That's where you lost me, man. I was trying to be on board.
One of the
Just
smaller
so
bullets you
small,
can
just
find.
so small.
Not the smallest bullet, because that's not going to get the
No.
job done. But on the
Come on.
smaller end. Yeah.
Just consult a physician.
I'll
Or
take it from
WebMD,
me.
WebMD at least.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one a BB into one of these, and you're good. The tooth is out. Baby happy.
All right, halfway through this game.
Is that your new character, Italian doctor?
Yes, Italian doctor who somehow is Brian Brushwood and has the words BB behind him, and the prescription for everything is BB.
Hey, Italian doctor.
What's your disease? Hey,
Yeah, I'm
hey.
sorry. Italian doctor, my knee is feeling a little sore when it rains. What can you
Trouble.
recommend for me?
Trouble with Nini?
Yeah, with my knee. Yeah, that's what it is.
Nini?
Well, I mean, it's just not both knees, just the one knee. Yeah.
Bon ami. You only need one thing.
What's that? BB. I should shoot myself in the knee with a BB gun.
Okay, those are your words, not mine.
I'm sorry to barge
Legally
in. I'm
binding.
looking for a panini. Can anyone help me in here with a
God damn it,
a
that's so much
panini
better.
We're looking for.
I mean to write, to hire a writer. Punch up a script. Much better.
Now it's bled into Kim's convenience.
Actually.
Okay, see you.
So we are halfway through this game here. Our score is 1-0 to 2. Brian's got 1 and Michael's got 2 points. We got 3 more topics left. We are going to go reverse the order here. Michael, pick another topic for me if you would.
Oh, reverse serpentine. What's left, Bryce?
We've got looking for teams, matching clogs, and don't rain on me.
I'll go in reverse order as well. Don't rain on me.
Don't rain on me. All right. Don't rain on me coming up now on News 6, the news. That's 6. This is from the AP. Heavy rainfall continues to fall on Australia's east coast as 11,000 residents have evacuated their homes. Parts of New South Wales have indicated they have accumulated 2/3 of their usual annual rainfall in less than a week. Interesting. Please be safe out there. Question. Yeah, Brian,
Crocodiles.
would you like your answer to be crocodiles?
Maybe.
Locking that in. Yeah.
Lock it in,
Are you
baby.
doing this bit? Are you going to
Lock
make it
it
into the
in.
bit?
Baby.
Crocodiles.
Okay, crocodile.
Lock
I'm
it
gonna write
in.
it down.
Yep.
And I'm going to draw a
Bryce,
little...
Bryce,
uh,
Bryce, if you could shut up, please, for
Michael?
just a moment.
Yeah.
Alligators.
Alligators, all right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to draw a little padlock next to that. So are you locking
Yeah.
it in?
You- that's locked in.
Hey,
that's
that's
my
locked
final
in.
answer.
Hey, Bryce.
Justin. Yeah, go, Justin.
Fuck you.
Hmm.
Thunder lizards.
Thunder lizards. All right.
Yeah, thunder lizards.
Are those is that like a roller derby team or
It's what they used to call dinosaurs.
I see.
Now, just
foolish of
remember,
me.
someone has to win. You have to decide which answer is
Yeah.
most correct.
Exactly.
I feel like Justin just won.
I'm just saying.
Would you like to get around to asking your
Thunder
questions?
Question. Per the World Meteorological Organization's World Weather and Climate Extremes Archive at ASU, the highest one-day rainfall occurred in January 7th, 1966 on the island of Reunion in the Indian Ocean. In inches, how high was that one-day rainfall? And the answers we have locked in for everybody include crocodile for Brian, alligator for Michael, and thunder lizard for Justin.
Oh no!
You know
So
what? I
you'd
would
win
regret
because that's the
it.
deepest. That's the deepest creature
It-
that we named.
it-
I think Justin gets it.
It is certainly the longest name. And so I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Thunder Lizard just for being the longest one. So congratulations, Justin. That's the point on the board.
Eat shit, both of you. Eat shit. I'm putting you to sleep like a baby on a plane with a bullet in its gum. Small, very small. But
Very
like that's where
small.
I'm putting you to sleep like a baby in the 1910s.
The correct answer we were looking for was 71.8 inches. 71.8. You were
Fucking
this
thunder
close.
lizard size.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking
And
about.
that's how long a thundered lizard is. of
Hell
course.
I'm
yeah.
gonna put you down like McKinley 11 years later, my friend. Underground.
Justin, we've got two more topics here. We've got looking for teams and matching clogs.
Matching clogs is that's where I'm going.
He's going to go with matching clogs here on News 6. Crocodiles. The news at 6.
71.5 inches is a good size, according to my girlfriend.
This is from Variety. Disney has finally announced their plans for Black Widow and Cruella, plus other films for the next year. Black Widow and Cruella are a special note because they will both premiere on Disney Plus in the paid Premiere Access streaming program for $30 each, as well as in theaters on the same day. These are the third and fourth big films Disney has directed towards Premiere Access as theaters have struggled this past year. Question. Per episode 12, season 1 of The Simpsons, C. Montgomery Burns adopts 25 puppies as a means to make tuxedo from their fur. In a rousing musical number set to the tune of Beauty and the Beast's Be My Guest, Burns names 11 species of animal he has turned into clothing. Going in round until one player remains, you're going to name an animal from the song See My Vest. If you can't name one, you'll be eliminated. And if we get to the end of the list, the person, I guess it's Justin's turn.
God
Justin
damn,
will default
I've
get
never
the
seen
answer.
3 guests become fully tumescent at the same time because all of us
Start
are
going,
convinced
start going,
we
So,
know.
start going, start
Justin,
going.
Rash is
you're going to.
throbbing.
Justin is going to go first.
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
See my vest, it's real
Correct.
gorilla chest.
That's right, gorilla chest. All right, that's the point. We are reversing all the orders here. Brian.
See my sweater, there's no better than an authentic Irish setter.
Irish setter. Correct. Michael.
See my loafers, former chauffeurs. It was that or skin 2 gophers, Bryce. Gophers.
Gophers is correct. Chauffeurs are human, but gophers are animals. So
Yeah, but they can drive.
can they? I don't.
If you fucking teach them right.
I think Caddyshack has told us that's not the
You
case.
gotta give them
Justin.
the right drugs.
Justin.
Orangutan.
Orangutan. Show me orangutan. No, not in the song. Sorry, Justin.
Well, shit in my pants.
I won't do that. Brian.
I'll wait until we're in the same studio,
Judges
fucker.
say no, I'm afraid not.
No, I don't think orangutan was in it. Brian, we're back to you. Name an animal from See My Vest. He's really...
Michael Swaim.
Wait, for real? We only all remember the first
Are you
fucking 2
tanking?
lines of the song?
We're about to find out.
Show me Michael Swaim. No, of course not. No. That'll be a point
Oh.
for Michael.
To be flayed alive by that wonderful treasure of an old man. If only. Grizzly bear underwear, turtles necks. I've got my share puree of poodle on my noodle. It shall rest.
We were also looking for Red
Red
Robin,
Robin suit. One
Greyhound,
breast or two.
albino African endangered rhino,
Albina.
vampire bat, and cat.
Cat.
Son of a bitch.
Here we go.
If for the record, if this had been about Dr. Zaius, I would have kicked all of your asses. I'm just saying.
Okay. Right. We are going into our final topic here. The score is 1 to 3. Of course, this is our 4-point topic. Brian, I'm going to have you pick one last topic for me. And the one we have left is looking for teams.
Yeah, I'll take looking for teams.
Looking for teams.
All the wrong places.
Looking for teams now on News 6. This is, of course, the news that's 6.
I
Overnight,
just got that.
Bloomberg reported that Discord, the text, video, and voice chatting social network, is being eyed for acquisition by Microsoft at around 10 billion USD. This could be a big get for Xbox, with Discord's 100 million plus users who were initially drawn in for its gaming uses. Question: Skype, another text, voice, and video social network, was launched in 2003 to reduce voice call costs using peer-to-peer technology like Kazaa at the time. While eBay had acquired Skype for about $2.5 billion, how much did Microsoft pay in 2011 when it acquired Skype? We are looking for the closest without going over. How much did Microsoft pay for Skype in 2011?
Stupid. It was like $20 million, I'm going to say. Or either that or an authentic Irish setter.
You're going to say $20 million.
Yeah. Oh, or
a dog.
or
an
an Irish
authentic
setter. Yeah.
Irish setter.
Yeah.
Dog.
I'm so
parentheses
pissed
setter.
off that I fucking forgot. Grizzly bear underwear, vampire bats, I've got my share.
Turtleneck. But
Turtleneck.
you keep digging that
Oh my
shit.
God.
I-
I was wrong. It was Earth all along.
All right, all
You
right.
Trying to bring it back to
made
something
a
nice,
monkey.
sure.
All right,
You don't get to
man.
do that when you made the whole victory lap before we started the question.
Yes, we finally
Michael,
made a monkey.
How much do you think Microsoft paid for Skype in 2011?
I'm gonna try and imagine they did a little more generous than that. I'm gonna go with 100 million.
$100 million.
So class act for not saying 21 million, because everybody else on this show
I hate
just
that.
yes,
Oh, I hate
yeah.
when they do that.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
such
that.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Keep
Justin.
saying-
Can you imagine going 12 years with somebody who just game theories fucking every game? God, it would drive you nuts, wouldn't it?
You ever seen
This
that
conflict is going
reality
to kill
show?
this show.
Yeah,
Where this
about
show
to
is
die.
gonna die next episode. It's gonna be
You
it.
seen the reality show Alone, where they try to live as long as they can, just in the woods? That's the whole deal.
Wait,
One
No, I
season.
haven't.
I've heard of that.
One season, get this. So they're all out there, they know survival skills, right? It's like actual competitive, who knows more about the woods, what to eat, not eat, how to trap wild boar and shit. There was one guy one year whose strategy was just to arrive into the wilderness and then set up the minimal shelter and sit there and just not do anything or burn any calories and just be there as long as he could. And like, if that guy wins, you know what I mean? Fuck that guy. This is my
Yeah,
point.
right?
That's the
Come on.
equivalent of going $1 over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Play the game in the spirit of the game.
That guy
Sorry, I
sucks.
slowed us down.
Yes.
Justin, what is your answer?
$420 million.
Damn it.
I was setting you up to go 100 million and one. Come on.
All right, our answers are, Brian has said $20 million or a dog, parentheses, an Irish setter.
Yeah.
Michael said 100 million, and Justin has said 420 million. This is for 4 points and the game.
Hilarious.
Brian, your answer of 20 is incorrect. Michael, your answer of 100 million is incorrect. Justin's gonna take it. You guys were all very, very low. We were looking for $8.5 billion.
Oh,
Jesus.
that's more. That's a lot more.
Quite a
I
lot
knew you
more.
wouldn't ask unless it was really low or really high.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like 4 billion Irish setters.
Some number of alligators. surely.
$2 a dog is pretty cheap, actually, I'd say.
You're right.
I'd say that's pretty cheap.
That's
But
why,
what's
that's why you should come on down to Brian's Dog Emporium.
So wait a minute, hold on. Wait, didn't Instagram went for like 2 billion and everybody was freaking out about it, right?
Yeah, because they were only doing it in Irish
And that was around that
settings.
same time.
Instagram was about $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Yes.
So
In
Skype, I mean, I guess we're on Skype right now, but also Skype fumbled the bag so fucking hard. They lived their entire life being the understudy, and then all of a sudden it was showtime, and they fucked up because everybody's on Zoom now.
Yeah. But you know who didn't fuck up is our friend Justin Robert Young, our winner of the game.
Congratulations.
Justin's prize is to come to Austin and kill the show. So congratulations.
That's
Justin.
it. I'm gonna
The show's
fucking,
about
I'm
to
gonna
die,
stab.
guys. This is
I'm gonna
like
stab
any
a
minute
dagger.
now.
If you've got an
Right
idea,
in the Night Attack's heart.
if you've got an idea for a game, please email it into our email address, mail@nightattack.tv, and we might use it here in the middle of the show, which is what this has been. Thank you.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, at the very least, we can maybe do a little bit of good before we shuffle this mortal coil. And I don't know. You want to do a little bit of diamond time, or just walk off? Just that's fine.
Or
too.
leave. Also, you
I don't
just
have
leave.
my things. I don't have my things. I left my phone over.
Oh, he can't read the diamond times because he's using his phone to call us.
No. I have my phone. It was on the other thing. Yes, Brian, please. You could fill while I got my phone.
I don't know that I could do better than what you
Hey,
did.
Brian, sing your monkey song. You love your monkey song.
Yeah. Oh.
No, you shouldn't have invited him to sing.
No. Okay. All right. Forget. it.
Diamond Time is where you can shout out your projects right here. Live on the program. Just head on over to diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub. Sticky post at the top of the page. Top 3 voted up get read every single week. We begin with snowshoe.woot. Hey, Diamond Club. I've been working with Raspberry Games to create a new game called Waste Knots, and we just launched our Kickstarter today. Waste Knots is an online multiplayer co-op dungeon crawling RPG card game. That is a lot of versions of a game. Grab your friends and play as mercenaries exploring the wasteland, fighting machines and blowing them up for parts. Put the parts back together and make cool toys or sell them. You do you, diver. It plays 1 to 4 players. In addition, for the duration of the campaign, our servers will be open to everyone. Grab a key on the Kickstarter page. It is at YOLO420.com/waste2021 or at Play Waste Knots, that is NAUTS.com, or you can head on over to the YouTube video. I'm sure if you search Waste Knots, you can probably find it there. Big thanks to y'all. I'll see you at the finish line, baby.
Hells yeah. JC Calhoun writes in saying I didn't get a read on the show last week, so I'm resubmitting, trying to get that sweet Diamond Club bump. I review obscure movies. My latest review is the zombie classic Dead Next Door, YOLO420.com/EAD. Gimme a like and subscribe.
And Renaigu says, hello, Diamond Club. A few weeks ago, the plan was for him to make Bryce watch Back to the Future and make an event out of it. A cinematic intervention, one could call it. Well, that sounded familiar. Our fellow D-Clubber, W. Scottus1, started a weekly podcast around the premise called Cinemavention, in which he and a guest discuss a classic film after Will has watched it for the first time. We, the Diamond Club game night community, select the movies Will should have already seen but didn't. Check it out at cinemavention.com. There's already an episode about Back to the Future. Also, check out his Twitch channel for his watch parties around the movies, and recordings of those watch parties are available on Patreon. Check out CinemaVision on your podcatcher, twitch.tv/WScottus1 and patreon.com/WScottus1.
Hey, Michael, do you have like I don't know, a secret shame of a movie that you know you should have seen by now, but everyone's talking about?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen Godfather and Godfather 3. Now there's if you're math inclined, there's a missing link there that I understand is the potentially best movie ever made, some people feel. So I gotta hop on that. I did just watch Blade Runner for the first time. Boring as shit. Really, really boring. But,
Which
it
one
looks
did you
cool.
watch it with the voiceovers or the director's cut?
I watched the director's cut. It's still
That's
it's
the boring
whatever.
one.
Yeah.
That's the boring one.
So-
yeah.
Oh,
As it
okay.
as it
I like-
turns out, that's a movie
Yeah.
that needs fucking voiceovers, so you know what the fuck's going on.
That's right.
So
Yeah, I had to read an explainer where he's like, yeah, the unicorn, because the only way he could have come up with folding a unicorn is if he had access to the android's dreams. I'm like, but unicorns exist. It's an animal you could have.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't see.
No,
Blade Runner,
that's
kids. Don't
like,
listen to
it-
anything your parents say is good. It's all garbage.
No, when you watch if you ever watch the version with the voiceovers, like all the voiceovers are Harrison Ford just going, anyway, unicorns are what they fold if they're robots. And you're like, oh, shit, thank you. That's
he-
fucking really important information to know. It fucking clears this whole thing up.
He didn't want to do the voiceovers, is my understanding, so he just did them
No.
shittily, and they still used them in that.
And they use them, and guess what? They're
by
fucking
the way,
really
as far as I
important
can tell,
signposts.
his entire career he didn't want to do, and they still used it. It's like, well, I'll show up and I'll be surly and angry, and you're gonna love it as your best take.
All of
man,
all
after
of
my own
Harrison
heart.
Ford's career is waking him up out of the back of a car as he's the only person who's able to get hungover from being that stoned, and just be like go now you're the president, and he's like, oh, get away from me.
420,000.
So there's probably no way for me to not ruin a thing by saying it, but Michael, I know you are a fan of a certain author. I too am a fan of a certain author. New fact: I watched the movie The Arrival.
Okay.
And halfway through The Arrival, I thought, this is great. They're doing a thing that I like about an author. And as a result, I was like, that was pretty good if you're going to do a pale imitation of that author. I was alone. Everyone else agrees that The Arrival is amazing and incredible, and I'm the bad guy.
I see someone in chat shouting it out. The Arrival with Charlie Sheen is better because it has aliens whose
Yeah.
knees bend backwards and they're here to steal our energy, and its head isn't up its ass. My problem with The Arrival, I also think that Arrival you're talking about is overhyped. Maybe for the same reason, because you got to be talking about Salo's message, right? The dot.
Yes.
That's such a humble but mind-blowing deployment of the idea. This is a weird direction for the show to go, but I completely agree. Vonnegut played it perfectly, and The Arrival is like taking a Vonnegut idea and literally just making a whole movie about, isn't this idea so amazing that I just came up with? It's so like important, you guys. And I'm like,
Well,
that was a throwaway
that's all
thing
I
in
wanted to
Sirens of
hear.
Titan.
Also,
Hell yeah, dude.
Also, they tried to win an Oscar with the way that Bill and Ted wrapped up both their movies. Like, it was literally the same thing as Bill and Ted. It's like, how are we going to solve it? We'll go back in time and teach ourselves
We'll leave the
aliens.
keys right behind, I don't know, this bush.
Like, whoa, we totally did it. And then
This
fucking
circle
Amy Adams
says
is there.
be righteous to each other. Wow.
Okay. Hey man, you want to check out our mail sacks?
Yes,
do
let's
it.
check it out. Oh, where did it go? Oh, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
Oh, the
Sounds
Diamond
grand.
Club. That sounds grand.
What?
This is the part of the show where we read your emails that you send in to mail@nightattack.tv. I'm sure Michael is.
For the
Wait,
record,
Michael, do you have any questions
My
about what you
question
just
is,
saw?
should I watch Godfather 2? That's really my question. Is that worth watching?
I think you
Okay.
just did.
right, great.
We say yeah.
What? We've got an email from Rob here. Subject line chainsaw. It just says, "Tell the story, Brian." I don't think you even told this. Did you tell the chainsaw story? I think not. Right?
Wait, Brian, what do you have?
I have a chainsaw.
I skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight. Give me something to break. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Give me something to break. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Anyway, next question.
Thank you.
There we go, Rob. We've also got some high thoughts for you.
Okay.
Has this really become the new Frodo Baggins, the Brian Chainsaw story?
I mean, it's at this point, it's a garbage story. So yes, I certainly hope it does.
He's going to tell it on the next iteration of this show, everybody.
On the very first episode
will
of
say
whatever
this.
the next iteration
I have had
is.
multiple people reach out to me and say, thank you. Thank you for completing the entire lyrics to Break Stuff whenever somebody in the wild says I have a chainsaw. Like that is, I don't know what it is, but there is a cultural current for which I am surfing, baby. I'm surfing.
But you're saying all I have to do is say I have a chainsaw?
I skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight. Give me something to break. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Give me something to break. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
My
What
God,
really
the
sells
power.
it? What really
The
sells it
sheer
is
power.
that your cable is like loose or junky, so when you move around, it goes.
It's even
Dude,
better.
imagine this shit. We're gonna have like fucking 4 people in backwards red Yankees hats. Like this shit is gonna be dope when we're
No.
in studio.
Show's ending. Show's ending. This is the next to last episode. Then it's over instead.
All right.
But it is time for some high thoughts.
High thoughts.
Oh, I
these
don't
are
have any
these are
lights
thoughts
anymore.
that are sent in to us while people are high.
Like this one. Peeing is 3D printing with your dick.
No, this is a ripoff because I tweeted something my kid said when she realized that my butt is just a really crappy 3D printer.
So take that,
works better.
emailer.
Right?
Good job, BB.
Rip off artist.
Hey Justin, get that shit right. Well, we got another high thought here. Here's another high thought for you. Kevin. Sure. What, bacon?
Hold on. Hold on. Give me a moment. This one is
Sure, one
worthy of introspection.
Kevin, sure.
Yeah, Kevin, sure.
But bacon? But bacon?
Michael, where are you at on this one?
But bacon. That's where I am.
No, I think he's suspicious of like Kevin. Yeah, no, I believe it. That's a name. But bacon?
I take them both as wait, Justin try. Oh, I see. There's chat happening for Bryce. High thoughts. I did have one of these today.
Yeah?
Humans are just a fancy way to turn sperm into dirt.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. That's kind of like a body is a skeleton factory that takes 1 year or one life to produce a skeleton.
That's good too.
Not 1 year. It takes longer than a year.
But I like the idea of accusing bodies of being fancy. Whatever. You're just a fancy way to turn sperm into dirt.
I mean, it is
Technically
taking the long
sperminates,
way
but it's not as
round,
punchy.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's her butt would sing a song with the cups about it.
I have no idea what that means or is in reference to.
Somebody got it, and they'll write me
Somebody
and
with the
say
cups.
thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Our
It might
next high
not be
thought-
the Limp Bizkit people. They're probably different. They're probably not Pitch Perfect fans.
Pitch Perfect, that's the name of it. Here's a high thought. If someone threw a potato into a mosh pit, would they be moshed potatoes?
No. That's a dad
That's
joke.
a dad joke. That's a
joke
dad
in
joke.
in
Get outta
disguise.
here.
No.
Look, I mean, like, it's a different strain of high thought, right? Like if you're thinking of those and then you're figuring out that, oh shit, I gotta go to sleep because soccer's tomorrow, and you got to take your kid, then it's a different strain. Just market Dad High Thought, and Bryce will pre-qualify it, and it'll be in a different weight class.
I was moshing in the pit late one night while the Red Hot Chili Peppers put on a fright. A potato showed up and we all danced around. That's all I got.
The potato mosh.
It was a
the
potato
mosh.
Yeah.
Here's a high thought. Why no bird leather?
There
Why
is.
no bird leather?
Give me a
There
minute.
is. Like ostrich.
Yeah, ostrich.
Why
leather,
no
yeah.
bird leather?
Oh,
Busted.
now I understand the statement.
Yeah.
And it's false.
No.
Good.
It's, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Emu.
Sometimes you're
Ostrich.
stupid when you're high.
Yeah.
They're not all winners.
Sure.
That's why we have to bring them in here.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're
Sometimes you're smart, like when you're talking about the potato mosh. Sometimes you're dumb when you wonder whether or not birds can be made into leather.
We support everybody sending in high thoughts.
Yes.
We understand that you are in a pure position when you send them, but sometimes you could solve this shit with a fucking Google, my man.
All right,
Yeah,
here's
I mean, Mia, yes. But ham?
okay. I think that works.
That answers it.
I thought you were gonna go Pharaoh and have a whole different take on it.
Oh, real? Oh, yeah. Bring some real shit in. Meditate.
Let's all think about where we were for the last 20 years while we watched Manhattan.
Let's all think about how we let Woody Allen do that, and everyone knew, and we
Yeah.
just let it go on. Yeah.
Fucking
Trippy,
All right,
man.
here's how long the Woody Allen shit fucking went. Louis C.K. made a movie making fun of how long the Woody Allen shit went, and he got canceled. It took him getting canceled before Woody Allen got canceled, where he made a movie making fun of how we hadn't canceled Woody Allen yet.
That is the highest thought of them all. That's the highest thought I've ever heard. Louis canceled, dude. Like, Louis not even anymore, you know?
Louis not here, man.
These have been your high.
Oh, hells yeah.
Like, give me a sec. Let me. Dang it.
Now? Okay. Michael, what is the number one place you would like to send the entire universe to enjoy your content?
Yeah.
Oh, for my shit. For my shit, you head on over to patreon.com/smallbeans. And we do, we just updated our banner. Isn't that a sick painting?
It
slash
is.
thing?
No, it's a healthy, sick, which is the good one?
It's healthy. It's
Okay.
it's highly healthy.
Yeah.
It will cure any number of diseases that you might have, but you have to pay us for it to work. So patreon.com/smallbeans. We do sketches when it's not a goddamn pandemic. But right now we're just doing podcast episodes. And there's one where Brian and I talk about
almost talk about
StarCraft too.
StarCraft, but
That's right.
mostly talk about Vonnegut and whether or not art exists in a vacuum. I definitely, I got halfway through. I think it's today's episode, talking about the Psychonauts, which I played most of twice, and part of me wants to praise it for being so good that I wanted to play it twice, but then part of me wants to acknowledge that I never finished it either of the two times. And where did you guys end up on your opinion, your final rating?
I believe we both kept it. We do keep or delete on that show. We're basically, so me and my co-host Adam Ganzer, we're like, we hate each other much more than you two obviously do. It's very hate-based. It's very competitive. The show's called One-Upsmanship. That's our gaming show. And
But
we
meanwhile,
have, like,
you guys are going to be alive,
opposite
whereas we're
tastes.
dying. We're about to die. This
We're
is our
dying.
next
No,
to
yeah,
last
you're
episode.
dead.
We're dead. Yes.
We're dying.
I'm
yeah.
here to try and entice some rats away from this Hindenburg over to our
Good,
Hindenburg.
good,
good,
This
good.
is
Yeah.
dead. This is done.
We're dying. Yeah.
This is no point. But still, patreon.com/night attack to
Yeah,
get
I
those
do
great
love the
rewards.
idea that you have like a rival Hindenburg, and it's like, look, we're gonna blow up just like the other Hindenburg, but we just want your rats just for a few minutes before we
That
go
would-
down
that
too.
would- that-
Oh, the humanity? I'll show you fucking humanity.
That would be amazing
explosion.
if, like, alongside the flaming Hindenburg was another airship that was just like, I mean, if you guys want to come on for a price, like exact change though, exact change. We got it. Like I'm not here to break fucking woods.
That's how Carnival Cruise Line started. Was people from the Hindenburg fell onto a dude's boat, and he was like, "I'm gonna, you're gonna go charge for this."
So, where do you guys end up on Psychonauts?
I think pro. Adam is not as pro as me because he thought the platforming itself is like not up to snuff with other great platformers, of the time, or even predating it, like Mario 64. And whatever, he's objectively right, but the child in me tells me he's subjectively wrong and an idiot. But I love him very much, and he's just wrong. Sorry, that was a mixed
But
bag.
he's not here, and you are, so bury that fucker.
Yeah, he's like the night
Exactly,
attack of
ginger
your
fuck.
co-hosts.
He's just turning sperm into dirt like an idiot.
Boom.
Um,
Boom.
But yeah, we ended up pro overall. I think he gave it to me. The one that really like almost wrecked our friendship was probably Halo, because that's like his number one, and I think it sucks. I think it's very Blade Runner-esque, if I may.
Oh shit! Add some fucking narration, Halo.
Yeah,
That's right. There you go.
So, probably shouldn't say this on the show, but my next door neighbor, when I was a freshman in college, went on to work at Bungie, went on during the acquisition, and like, it's really weird to turn on that game and then just see the face of my friend doing whatever this thing is to
nice.
for a ship going out, and it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, for my money, he's just slightly altered Doom guy, and I'm in the Doom guy camp. So, but where I really land is pro Raz, pro Psychonauts, pro everything Tim Schafer. I'm glad we agree on that, Brian.
Hells yeah.
Promising.
Plus, also the wink and the nod that they give to James Randi is pretty dope in there. That's pretty great. Justin, what did we learn this week?
We're dying.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's the end of the. Who is our next to last bit boss of all time?
Our bit boss with 2,000 bits is Rockroll Martian. Our sub bosses, co-sub bosses, are Kuhan Luke and Gigaloop with 5 gift subs each. Thank you.
Man, if only our very last episode before we die next week, was able to break some kind of record or something. That would be great. But
It'd be
unfortunately,
crazy.
we're dying. We're dying.
It'd be crazy if everybody showed up so we could, like do a good episode next week for maybe the last show that we ever do of Night Attack live at twitch.tv/Night Attack.
We've never had the option of deciding in advance what our last episode would be, and I'm really stoked that we get to do that next week.
Yeah, no, usually this was forced upon us.
Michael Swaim, thank you so very much for joining us. What a privilege. I'm so stoked. I don't know. What else did we learn? What else did we learn?
We learned McKinley was shot in 1912.
1901.
Fuck you, shoot your
1901.
babies in the teeth.
Yeah. Nailed it.
See you next Tuesday, die in a fire.
Yep.
The news that's sick.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.